Hi, I'm Jen Msumba.
And I'm Scott Klumb, and we welcome you to.
Stars Connect.
Today, we have a few new guests. Let's bring them on. Hi,
Hi.
everyone.
Hello,
Hello.
how's things going, Scott and Jen?
It's
Going
great.
well,
Thank you.
thank you. Let's go ahead and introduce all of you, starting with you, Dani.
All right. Hi, everybody. I am Dani Bowman from Los Angeles, California. I am the founder and CEO of Danimation Entertainment, an animation company that I started 15 years ago when I was 14 years old. We at Danimation help educate, elevate, and empower youth and young adults with autism by helping them turn their passion in animation into a career with our animation workshops and one on ones. And I am also the cast member of the Netflix hit series Love on the Spectrum US.
Awesome. How about you, Liz?
Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. I'm currently based in Syracuse, New York, and I'm CEO of Paper Bag Comic, which is a series that I create called Paper Bag. It's how love erases the masks we hide behind. It's about self-love, and it's about bridging misconceptions about neurodiversity, mental health, addiction, because it's about loving all of yourself. Because I feel that if we had more self-love for ourselves, there wouldn't be really many issues in the world. It all comes down to self-love, find a healthy balance that works for you. I currently am one of the post-production supervisors for 88 Lead On Productions, and run the Michaels Adams Studio Workshop for Lights Camera Access cohorts. And I'm very happy to be here with all of you today. And I believe that everyone deserves a fair chance, regardless of labels. So thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Hunter, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Hunter, and I happen to be a voice actor, which in that case, I do great impressions. For my voice action project, I do The Crow's Nest, and I voice Franklin the Fox. And on TikTok, I do great impressions where I do the random impressions, and everyone at TikTok has to guess who it is. So, yeah, that's what I do.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, and not to mention that I have my own website.
Wow, that's
Wonderful,
awesome.
fantastic. You have to put it in the chat for everybody.
Yep, we'll share it with everyone with this podcast. All right, let's go ahead and start with graphic design with Liz and Dani. Do you have any questions, Jennifer?
Okay, how did you become interested in art?
So that's a really good question. So how do I become interested in art? Well, for me, how I become interested in art is I've been interested specifically in animation ever since I was a little kid, and it's been my animation has been my entire love for my entire life. Well, so this is so I've been doing so I've that's what sorry I fumbled because that question is very broad. Can we
Oh,
do
that's
this?
okay, Danny. We can be more. Would you like us to go to Liz and then we can be more specific with you?
Perfect, thanks.
Okay, Liz. Liz, how did you become interested in art?
Well, I'm a very visual thinker, so I've been gravitated to art from a very young age, especially when words didn't come easy at all. I think because it was hard to have conversations with people with words, but with pictures, I could illustrate my feelings, get them out of my head. And the more I did that and the more I healed from my traumas and learned how to express and navigate through visualizing my feelings, that really helped me a lot to get my message across. It wasn't until late high school that I learned how to really do that, though. That's what sparked my comic book series, Paper Bag. It's about masking. That's why it's the paper bag. And it's about how anyone can mask. You don't have to just be autistic to mask. It could be any marginalized group. And that's why I want to encourage self-love for everyone, because it's universal. But what got me into graphic design, I wanted to keep furthering that and getting out of my comfort zone. So I went to college and eventually got my bachelor's degree in art. And now I know that, Jen, it was great because I got to do your atypical album art, and I get to do little gigs like awesome opportunities like that. And I have a great time with it. And I met amazing people because of Jen and Scott and all of you because of this. So that's what I mean. But art is healing and it builds bridges, and it can really connect people together in ways that I never actually used to think were possible until now. Thank you.
I agree. That's awesome. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
Danny, I'll try to be a little more specific. How did you find your passion for animation originally?
Well, how do I find my passion? Animation originally? Well, ever since I was a little kid. So growing up with autism meant I didn't speak until nearly age 6, but my passion for animation was already in full swing. From the moment I could pick up a pencil, I was immersed in the world of drawing and animating. But why and how does animation help me? Animation has shaped me to be who I am today, not only professionally, but also personally. For example, like many neurodivergents, I had a hard time understanding people's facial expressions.
Mhm.
And when I was young, I avoided eye contact because looking at people's faces made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
However, cartoons fascinated me and made me feel comfortable because the cartoon faces are easier to look at compared to the uncanny faces of real people. The colors, the personalities, and the diversities of shapes and sizes of each character made me feel comfortable. But most importantly, the emotions of each character's faces help me relate to the emotions of people. With animation, I learned what facial expressions look like: to be happy, to be sad, to be mad. The cartoons that I love growing up helped me understand people's facial expressions and body language. And I learned they are vital ways of communication. And I do realize that there is a correlation with animated stories and people. And this is one of the reasons that animation has helped me through my journey growing up as a person with autism. Most importantly, my autism and my love of animation gave me a purpose in life.
That's
Aw,
amazing.
that's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'd say for me, my filmmaking has given me a real purpose in life, and like to call my passion my career is just like the perfect situation. And I mean, what are you doing now with your career?
What I am doing now in my career? Well,
Yep.
because I am the founder and CEO of Danimation Entertainment, what we do currently right now is we at Danimation are offering services which include some one-on-one animation sessions year round. We teach students how to create how to turn their passion in animation into a career. We help them create their 1 minute short, 15 to 20-second animated short films, and we also dive deep into different types of subjects or different areas that they're passionate. Like, for example, if they're great at writing, we teach them how to do screenplay. And if they're great at voice acting, we teach them the importance of voice acting. If they're great, if they want to pursue in editing, we teach them about how to use the editing software. We also do what it's called in-person summer animation workshops, which we do almost every single year. I have animation workshops every year at Animation Gets Real in Tampa and Miami, where we teach the students how the animation pipeline works from concept to completion.
That's great.
That's
What are
like
you? Go
really.
ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's like you do some really cool stuff, Danny. I love your passion for it too. It's cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you so much.
you're welcome. And Hunter, when did you become interested in voice acting?
Where do I start? First of all, I grew up with so many kids' shows, and the usual, I'm a Very Odd Parents fan. Second of all, Disney, I'm a fanatic. Personally, my favorite actors are Robin Williams, Tom Hanks, and Adam Sandler.
That's awesome. That's great. I actually am a Fairly Odd Parents fan as well. So
Really?
And so is my student Kolu, which I teach, who was my student at the summer workshop and my intern. And she's a huge fan of Fairly Odd Parents. Another thing what he could do is that he does voice acting impressions. Maybe you and my student Kolu could have like a voice impression competition. What do you think of that idea?
Sounds good.
Because Kolu can do many different types of voice acting impressions, like Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck.
Hmm.
That's amazing. Yeah, I can't do any voice.
I
And
did one when you reset your thing. I was like, he'll be back. But I don't think it was very good because I
You're
didn't get
trying to be
a very
on
good laugh.
Mega. That's my best attempt with my monotone voice.
That's fun.
Liz, what are you up to these days?
So right now I do the post-production. I do a lot of video editing. I know that we recently submitted to Easter Seals Disability Film Challenge, which is great. I'm doing a lot of content creation. Like Dani was saying, I do something a little bit similar with Lights Camera Access. It's called the Michaels Adams Studio Workshop. And in that I teach people with their passions, whether it's video editing, poetry, visual art, music, any content creation. I show them how to use the software to get them to where they want to create and collaborate and share their content. Create, collaborate, share. And we're working on a film for this cohort. It's think like Jeopardy, but Wheel of Fortune parody, but it's about disability community history. So it's going to be really fun. It's Jeopardy, the exclusive inclusive edition. Stay tuned. It's going to be really fun. I also do a lot of art. When the pandemic hit, I do comic books and everything, but I never really painted or really branched out in other realms besides comic books till then. I've made like literally 800 paintings. So I'm trying to,
Wow.
I don't have any room.
Wow.
Like I have like all these paintings all surrounding me in my closet, and I think they can be enjoyed. So I've been reaching out to galleries and just getting them out there because it helped me a lot too with painting, and it's a great release.
A definite great release, and it's also a really great therapy about self-expression. Not it's any art, not just fine arts, but also animation as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, art is definitely so helpful. I'm not an artist, but I'm a musician, and that's an art, and I certainly express myself in my music. So
Yeah.
I agree.
It is.
Okay.
Dani, did you do the Disability Film Challenge this year?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't lead the Easter Seals Disability Film Challenge. However, I did some additional animation work and I was also an editing assistant for Ben Atchfin's latest short film called Treats for Toonsis, which is Danimation's Danimation's fifth production for the Easter Seals Film Challenge. And I'm just so proud of seeing Ben Atchfin's film being made. We don't know if he'll be nominated, but it's the icing on the cake.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of, if you remember the Easter Seals Disability Film Challenge in 2021, our short film, The Home Office, won for Best Editing, which I'm very proud of the students and team. What we do at Danimation is bring the students into film to help the students that we teach at Danimation participate in contests like the Easter Seals Disability Film Challenge.
That's awesome. Yeah, both you and I have won Best Editor now for the Disability Film Challenge. Jennifer won Best Film.
2020. I'm wondering, Hunter, if you could do some voices for us.
Ooh. You just got the right guy. Okay. I'll be back.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Now you know. Luke, I am your father.
Darth Vader.
Okay. Here's looking at you, kid.
I know it, but I don't know who it is.
That's Humphrey Bogart, Casablanca.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, Casablanca, a wonderful classic movie, a touching classic, and especially because I really love the diversity of ethnicities in this movie.
That's awesome. So, let's see. As a question for everybody here, what have you learned as an autistic artist? We can start with Liz.
What I've learned, because basically I used to be very different how I saw myself and my autism. Now I embrace it. What I've learned is that every challenge comes with an opportunity. There's a contrast. And I definitely love that I have this way to express myself because we all can learn something diverse about each other. that I didn't realize before. That's why when I started my book, it was 10 years ago, the series Paper Bag. I used to see having doubts and insecurities and things that I couldn't do as well as other people. I thought those were bad, but it's not bad. It's actually, it's something that should be celebrated because we all have something to learn from each other. It's something that should be embraced. And it all comes down to self-love and balance. Too much doubt is debilitating, but the right amount can motivate you. So it's okay to have those parts of you that you want to improve on, because what would be the point if we didn't learn anything, And as an autistic artist, you have to really look for ways to step out of your comfort zone. That helped me most. Going to college for art, yeah, it was hard. It was really hard. And I had to study sometimes, because you can't just take art classes. You got to get other classes too to get your degree.
Oh,
Well, I was great with the visuals. Oh my goodness, because I have the hyperlexia. So I had to reread, color code, write down all my notes over and over, just so it was hard, but it was worth it. I just did 8 hours a day, every single day, even on weekends. And I graduated with honors eventually. It was a true testament to hard work and discipline. And I want everyone to know that just be yourself, because everyone's got something about themselves that makes them amazing. We all have something to offer, no matter how diverse it is. And once you find a way to connect, that's what matters. For me, it's art, comic books, recently poetry. I love poetry. You wouldn't think that until college hit. But I learned how to rhyme and do all that. Because once I realized that poetry is music, not just visual art, I love music too. Something I want to explore more. That'll be my next task, learning more about music. Thank you.
I'll be there with you.
Deal.
What have you learned through running Danimation?
What I learned about when starting Danimation Entertainment, I had no idea what it's like running my company while attending high school. I was still in high school at this time, but I never knew how hard running a business would be, as my uncle warned me. Yeah, it has been hard, but I learned how to be a much more responsible person. Like, for example, learn how to stay organized and plan things ahead before getting everything done. And I learned that the vocabulary word deadline means something has to be done. So I learned what it means to be a responsible CEO. And in addition to that, not just the management side, but also when I was teaching animation to students on the autism spectrum, I learned that people on the spectrum have different types of learning abilities. So that's why I set the model for the Danimation one-on-one sessions, because everybody's learning levels are completely different. Different kinds. You can't just like, for example, you cannot really just teach a basic person advanced stuff. You can teach an advanced student some advanced tools. Just start with the basics with someone who has little to no animation experience. And the skills varies with age and education.
That's a really good observation.
It is. Hunter, what do you like to do on your free time?
Well, I hang out and watch TV and usually play video games and do puzzle books, especially color by number.
Oh, I love. Have you ever tried sticker by number?
Oh, yes, I did a few times.
Yeah, I love those too. Those are relaxing.
Those are a lot of fun.
Lots of fun stuff.
And
Yes.
Liz, what do you do on your free time?
Now that's the question. I usually do a lot of comic books. I do that for work and there, but I really, really love puzzle games. Pokemon Puzzle League for the N64, which I found a Game Boy Color version. When I take my breaks, I play that for 20 minutes or so, but it's really fun. It's like Puyo Puyo. Those puzzles where you got to get 4 colors or 3 colors in a row in a straight line or sideways. It's my favorite. It calms me. It's so much fun. What else? I tried taste tests. It's funny because going back to trying new things with being really hard at first. I used to eat the same meal every day till I was peanut butter and jelly every day. Now I'm okay, let's try something new now. And I tried Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper beef jerky, all these things you normally wouldn't find in the market. I go on quests for them and put them on my YouTube channel, the live reactions. Because if I don't try it, well, who will?
Well, Variety is the spice of life.
Did you ever try one of those ghost pepper chips?
Oh, I have. I tried what was it? It was a Godzilla and what was it? I think it was a ghost pepper chocolate bar.
Okay.
Yeah, I had
Oh.
half a bite, and that was enough.
Was it hot? It was really hot.
Very hot. Oh my
The
goodness.
sugar didn't help it go down.
No.
Yeah,
It's
I
really-
would. For me, I would stay away from extra spicy foods. I'm just too afraid to try a ghost chili or anything worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
What do you do on your free time, Dani?
So, what did I do during my free time? Well, I usually don't have free time because every day I focus mainly on my animation company almost 24/7. I wake up straight to work and go to sleep working. Luckily,
Wow.
my work is also my passion, so usually it doesn't feel like work. It's just what I love to do. What I usually do during my free time, well, I mainly go to animation industry events like film screenings, animation conventions, and panels, which are blurred lines between work and free time because the fun part is mainly getting to network with different people. And I also love to draw, I just love to animate, travel, and I am a foodie. And I love trying out brand new cocktails. The more exotic the cocktails are, the better.
Yep.
That's cool.
What do you do on your free time, Jennifer?
I'm kind of like Dani in that I do music all day, and the lines are blurred because it is work for me because I do get paid to do music a lot of the times. But then I just love it so much that I was like, oh, it's 10 o'clock at night. It's nice and quiet outside. I'm gonna write a song and record it. And so I think I just do music most of the time. How about you, Scott?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm either working and doing film or I'm doing film on my free time to better my craft. And I mean, filmmaking, like I said, is my passion, my career. It's a coping skill. It's a fun hobby to me. I mean, even when I go up to the mountains, my wife can't get me away from my camera. So I just love filming just about anything. And one thing that really interests me is time-lapse photography. I just love, for some reason, hearing the clicking of my camera as it snaps each photo for the time-lapse is very meditative to me. And then just seeing the payout in the end of the amazing shot with the patience I put into it. So that's my life.
great. And Hunter, have you done any voice projects recently?
Yeah, I do a few. Why I do the Dental Institute What to Expect series.
Oh, well, can you tell us more about that?
Well, there are three groups of videos you must know. First thing, you must find a parking space, go get a ticket. Second, you enter a dentist and get checked in for a dentist appointment. And third, you get on the X-ray machine to scan your teeth.
Oh, okay. So that's cool. And that's a job that you got, or is it something you did on that you just wanted to do?
It's a job at Ohio State.
Okay, awesome. That's great. Okay. Well, we would like to ask everybody, we'll go around the room. Do you have any other goals in your particular area that you would like to achieve? Let's start with Hunter. Hunter, do you have anything you would like to do that you haven't done yet?
Or
Yeah.
what would you like to achieve as a voice actor?
Achieve to get a gig at Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Nice.
I hear that.
That would be
Um,
awesome.
Yes. And if they want me at Disney and Pixar, why not just include me as a new
Yes.
Pixar film?
Shout out to Disney and Pixar.
Yes.
All right.
Disney and Pixar, contact Hunter, please. Liz, what are some future goals for you?
A few things. Well, I would like to animate or work on animating my comic books because I have about 800 pages and I do self-publish. It's still ongoing. I really want to keep working with that and looking for new ways to portray my characters and stories. So I'd really love to do or learn animation at some point. That would be cool. Incorporate, because I've been doing a lot of video editing and like animated with keyframes a little bit here and there with my drawings, but something a little more fully fledged animated could be really fun. I would like to keep traveling when I can. I'm really excited to just keep getting out of my comfort zone, trying new things, looking for new ways to express my art.
I think that's cool that you push yourself out of your comfort zone in order to like gain more artistic perspective.
Well, it makes it so we can grow, and I think I think a lot of autistic people kind of are scared to push themselves sometimes to get outside their comfort zone because of the issues of change and just stress. And the fact that you push yourself is amazing because the sky's the limit.
Exactly. There's one thing I tell people because I know what it's like. When you get turned down for certain opportunities you were hoping to have. Well, no doesn't mean dead end. It means not now to me. And once you tell yourself and reframe that everything will align in your best interest. You just got to do your best, try new things, keep expanding your craft. Because the worst someone can say is no or I don't like it. But you have to be true to your values, your morals, and who you are. I'm not going to change my stories to fit a certain mold. I want to be honest to myself.
I couldn't agree more. I go by the same motto, like especially in film, networking, whatever it may be. The worst I always tell myself the worst someone can say is no, and I won't know unless I ask.
Exactly.
Yes.
You don't know until you try, because the what ifs get you worse than the answer at times.
Then the no's, yeah. My brother told me that I used to be scared to try for things, and he told me, "Oh, worst they can say is no." And once you've been told no a couple times, it's like, "Oh, okay, no, okay, that's fine. I'll move on."
And
It's
even
not as scary as you think it is.
and even if they tell you no, it's no different from where you started. So
Yep.
Yep.
yeah.
Danny,
about
what do you, yeah.
It never hurts to try.
Yeah.
Right.
Never fear the failure. Whenever you fail, you learn. This is how you learn. And there's one quote that I love from Jorge Gutierrez, the one of the famous animation artists who does El Tigre, who did The Book of Life and Maya and the Three. One of the quotes says, "The taco of success always drips with the salsa of failure."
Wow. That's a very good way of putting it. Taco of success.
Yeah, because he's also but besides, Jorge Gutierrez is on the spectrum like us, like me.
Oh, really? That's cool. Okay. There's quite a lot of cool people on the spectrum that do cool things, like this group right here.
Yeah. Jennifer, what are your future goals, or what is one of them?
One of my future goals is to I would like to get a song placed in advertisements because advertisements pay really well, and then I can get a Wagoneer, and then I don't drive, but then I would like to hire somebody who could drive me places in my Wagoneer. And I would also like to have my own house and live more independently.
That's great. Yeah.
And you, Scott, did you say your goals?
Not yet, but
Okay.
I just kind of had the opportunity of a lifetime about a week ago or 10 days ago. Adobe contacted me and gave me an all expense paid trip to Vegas to be part of NAB. And I got to do a lot of networking and stay on the 57th floor of a big hotel looking over all of Vegas. I think we were there for 5 nights, and I made good connections with Adobe, and who knows where that might lead. And I think this year my major goal is to continue to network because the freelance world is kind of slow this year. But I also want to finish the feature film I'm working on right now, which is my first feature doc, and we're about a third of the way through right now. So my goal is to have that done by the end of 2024 or sometime in the first quarter or so of 2025.
That's amazing. I can't wait to see the feature.
Yep. Thank you.
Well, I guess we could do like some wrap up. I don't think our
You forgot about me.
did I?
Yes,
How? That's. I'm so sorry, Dani.
that's okay.
I thought you went first. I'm sorry. What are your future goals, Dani?
So, for my future goals, well, yes, I have so many goals in the arts for the future. One of the goals I achieved is that we at Danimation are working on developing a large production team for future productions. While we at Danimation work on short films, we would love to expand to feature films and television production someday.
That's amazing. I would love to see what you make, and maybe someday we can work together, and I'll make some music for your film, and
I
maybe
think
someday you can animate one of my stories too.
Well, anything is possible.
Yes.
I mean, maybe we could find a way for the 5 of us to work together.
Yeah, we have
That
all
would
the
be fantastic. All
We
five
have-
of us together. We're the Danimation power team.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I love it.
Or the Flutie Foundation team.
Flutie Foundation
Foundation.
team.
We are the animation fluties.
There you go. Well, our calling guest isn't gonna make it. So, what should we do now?
Let's go into just a more simplified question of who are some of your favorite actors, or we could even expand it to who are some of your favorite animators, like your pick.
Okay, yeah.
Let's
do it.
start with you, Hunter. Who's one of your favorite actors or voice actors?
Well, as I told you before, Robin Williams, Tom Hanks, and M. Sandler.
Oh yeah, I love Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Are you excited for Happy Gilmore too? He's working on that right now.
Hang on, what? He's
Yeah,
doing a new Happy Gilmore?
There's a new Happy Gilmore. I think I just excited him.
Well, one thing I would like to add, have you seen the Netflix animated movie Leo featuring Adam Sandler?
No.
No.
Adam
No.
Sandler stars Leo, the lizard, in the new Netflix movie.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I keep meaning to watch that. Yes.
A lot of Adam Sandler fans went crazy with Leo so much because everybody recognizes who Adam Sandler is. Wonderful comedian, wonderful actor, and it's a really great movie on Netflix.
I need to watch it now that you recommended it. Okay, Liz, what one of your favorite artists, actors, whatever?
I can list all of the above. So for actors, Danny Woodburn, Maysoon Zaid, Adam Sandler. I love Happy Gilmore as well. Artists, that's a lot because I have too many, but I read a lot of manga and comics. I'm gonna have to say to narrow it down. Akira Toriyama. He is the creator and artist for the manga series DBZ, Dragon Ball. I like, what's his name? Soriyuki. He does the Monkey Punch licensed manga for Lupin the Third. I like a lot of old school series from the 70s and 80s. And Leiji Matsumoto, he does Captain Harlock and Battle Spaceship Yamato and some other classics. And Yaya Kusama for the artist who does sculptures around. You might know her for her Infinity Mirror Room. She's in her 90s and she's a Japanese artist. She's amazing. You got to see her Infinity Mirror Rooms if you ever can.
I love Mirror Room, so yeah.
You got to look it up. Yaya Kusama.
Went to one of the exhibits. Wonderful.
You've seen one of her exhibits, Dani?
Oh, he sure did. Yes.
Wow.
Supposedly at the Los Angeles Art Museum.
Cool.
Cool.
Dan, who's one of your favorite animators?
Well, my favorite animators. Well, I did mention Jorge Gutierrez. Well, they're not just animators, but also animation artists too. Like for example, the famous Sylvain Chomet, who did the triplets of Belleville and The Illusionist, wonderful French animator. I'm also was inspired. I also like Lauren Faust, Craig McCracken, and I've got Rebecca Sugar, Ian Cornley Jones, and Darren Eckfee, and Jamie Hewitt, the artist for Gorillaz, the band.
Oh, I love the Gorillas.
They're good.
I love the Gorillas.
Yes.
Mhm.
Definitely my favorite band, and I love the songs too. And one of my
Yes.
favorite songs was from the Cracker Island album, Skinny Ape.
Nice.
Well, Jennifer, who's your favorite actor? Movie, actor, musician, name it.
I think currently one of my favorite musicians is Eric Satie. He's a piano player and composer, and his music just speaks to me. It relaxes me, and it like stimulates my brain in a cool way where it like helps me. It opens me up to like my own thoughts and ideas.
Okay.
And how about you, Scott?
One of my favorite, I mean, I love Adam Sandler too, but I also love Jim Carrey, especially for the older films like Dumb and Dumber. And then I also like Keanu Reeves a lot because not just for some of his films he's been in, but his generosity towards film crews and helping out the people behind the scenes is just amazing because he made so much money off of films like The Matrix and stuff, and same with John Wick and these other films. But he donated some of his earnings to the crew members to help them out and support them throughout the film project, which is really something else that a lot of other actors I wish would do.
Yeah, that's really cool. Because the crew makes the whole film like happen. It wouldn't happen
Yep.
without all those people.
So,
Hmm.
well, I think. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to touch on in these final minutes? Any final words?
So sure. So if you would like, for anyone that would look up to my website, you can go to www.danimationentertainment.com. We also provide free introductory animation classes for anyone on the autism spectrum that would like to learn about the entire animation production process. So you can we do that every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific. And so you can go to daniacademy.com/free. You can also find me on social media under Dani Bowman 1 on Instagram and TikTok and Threads. You can find me under Dani Bowman on Facebook and Danimation Entertainment as well on Facebook. Same with LinkedIn. You can find me as Danimation ENT on X, or you could just Google me.
Thank
I have
you.
one thing I'd like to say. Anyone going through a hard time right now, or just anything in general, just remember that the stars are always there. We just miss them in the clouds. And, even if you can't see something, doesn't mean it's not there.
Mhm.
And there's always something to be grateful for. And just got to find the right balance that works for you.
Thank you for that.
I love that.
That really means a lot. I know for Jennifer and I, we've struggled a lot in our lives with mental health, depression, all that stuff. So just, yeah, I mean, if there's one thing, like the other day in a Q&A, I was asked, is there anything I would ever change in my life? And I said, no, there's nothing I would change. I would just go back in time 10 years, 14 years, and tell myself everything's going to be okay. And yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah.
Things will get better.
Things will get better. And Hunter, do you have any final words? Anything you'd like to say?
Yes. You can follow me on Facebook, and if you go to my website, www.hunterprimmer.com, you can see my profile to see my editions. And you can find me on TikTok.
Awesome.
Thank you. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today.
Thank
This
you.
has been so much fun. It's been great having you all. And yeah, just thanks again.
Thank you
No
guys.
problem.
Great. Thank you
Thank
so
guys,
much.
too.